Hey everybody, what's up? We are using the Wild Unknown Tarot deck today. In the pre-shuffle, I was seeing the Sun and I was seeing Judgment, but then I was also seeing Four of Cups, which can it can indicate something coming to light, whether this was like looked into deliberately or it's just being brought to your attention. And it can shed light on the way that you've been feeling. But when we have the Four of Cups there can sometimes be this part of us that is a little bit like, I don't know if I want to know that. So this can also be an energy that's coming up too. We're starting off with the Four of Swords. This is looking like a subtle knowing that's beginning. Something is going on in the environment that when you confront this, it's going to take energy. Right now, you cannot be dealing with it. You know that it's going on, but you may need some time right now to just... I don't know if this is like working up the energy to deal with something. It can be that. So you need to come off the field for a little bit and catch your breath. And then once you do catch your breath, when you go back on, it's kind of like you know exactly what it is that you're going to be dealing with. But right now, it looks like you're off the field, so it's kind of paused. I'm seeing a strong, very, very heavy presence of a guide here with you. It's basically like this. I'm seeing this obstacle course that you have to go through. There's something energetically that you have to move through. So you have to use your spirit for this to move through. Right now, I'm seeing you not be in the game of this. So I'm seeing you be on the sidelines. But I'm seeing you have this like coach, and I'm seeing it be this very, very strong presence of a guide. And they're like, you're going to have to move over here, then you're going to have to do this, then you're going to have to pivot. It's like something that's calling out directions to you, telling you the strategy of how to move through this. But there can be this feeling that you're having when you confront this obstacle course that you have to move through. There can be a feeling of concern because you don't know what's going to be on the other side of that, and that can really be getting to you right now. And I'm seeing this guide. This is like a really strong moral support type of guide that I'm seeing also be giving you direction simultaneously, where it feels like a lot of encouragement that you're getting to move through this, but I see you like totally stationary right now. But I'm seeing it be this thing where you're like being given as much encouragement as possible without somebody doing this for you. That's like where that stops. Like nobody can make you go through the obstacle course that you have to go through right now, but you're getting like maximum support with this. And this definitely benefits you. It's not no reason why you're being called to move through this. I think it's also kind of helping you to find yourself too. But I see your energy be like coiled up right now, where it's not being expressed currently. It's like everything kind of scrunched up. This is something that can feel taxing on you mentally as well. Because I'm also seeing Mercury coming out here too. So there can be something where you have to get your thoughts organized and they may not really feel like that. This can be like, I'm trying to see a whole vision or get a whole concept, and I just feel like everything's very fragmented right now, and I'm kind of struggling with that a little bit. Like, you can be so far into the stillness of this energy that it's not really actively being organized currently. And that can be what this obstacle course is. It's going to be to like organize your energy to get it all on the same page. So the bigger picture of one single thing can manifest. Okay, I'm really not seeing this be much of a concern. I'm seeing that you're going to be moving through it. Not going to have much of an issue. It's like the part of the obstacle course, of course, that's going to be difficult. But then once you move through that, I'm seeing things move forward. And it's like, okay, well, now that that's out of the way, it feels like that's actually the hardest part, is like moving through whatever obstacle course this is. Adaptation and change is involved in this, which also means that decisions can be involved in this too. I'm seeing King and Queen of Wands coming out. Oh, but we have a Two of Swords. Okay. I think that the Two of Swords is coming from... This is looking to me like if you were to take all the anxiety out of this, it would be very clear what you would do here. But because of all the anxiety going on, it's creating like it's conflicting with this, or like it's kind of opposing your sense of direction here. So if the fear were not present within this, or at least if the fear were not influencing your perspective here of things, it would just be like, okay, this is what to do. I'm going to move through it. But because there's some anxiety, and this is anxiety as it's related to future stuff, it doesn't have to do with what's going on right now. It's kind of like, well, if I make this move, then what's going to happen over there? And then what's going to happen over here? And then what if I make this move and then that happens? And it's like, you're going to stay stuck exactly where you are if that's the way that you're seeing things. You just have to do what you need to do, what's appropriate for you to do in the moment here. Sometimes there's a need for us to like think about the trajectory of things. This feels like a time when that is not actually helpful to you, because you're trying to like control an outcome here that is going to mess with the authenticity of the choices that you're making. So this is about coming back into the present moment and choosing from there. Because you're trying to micromanage an outcome, which is then taking you out of flow with the current choices. And that's the only reason why there's this like double vision here with all of this. And this can overall just be something where you're like, I don't want to have to deal with this right now, having that Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck. It's like an obstacle course where you're not really having a great time. Your guide is like, we really need you to run through this right now. Like, we need you to practice the drill. And you can be like, I just want to sit here and I don't want to have to do this. And I think because it's asking like growth and expansion of you, because we have the Wheel of Fortune here, and that this is going to be about like a change that's going to be implemented as well. It can just be something where you don't really want to deal with it. But I'm seeing this all be, it's one of those times where you go through this and it's going to benefit you greatly. So it will be worth it to you right now, but you can just feel like not doing the work, which is okay. This is not to like shame or judge or anything like that. You know, sometimes we're just like, I don't really want to do it right now. And you can know that something's going to be better for you and that it's going to make things better for you, and your future self is going to be like, thank you so much for doing this. But right now there can be a part of you that's like, I really don't want to have to do it. And yeah, so that can be what's going on right now. think sticking to the present moment is going to be really helpful, and maneuvering from there. Whatever this process is, it looks like something that's going to be gradual. It's going to be very slow and steady, the way that it's going to unfold. This is also about seeing outside of seeing beyond the ways of thinking, the ways of understanding that you were seeing before, where there's an expansion of your mind and your comprehension, your understanding, and your pattern recognition here. This is something that is growing, and because of that, it means that it's making more things available to you, which is then in turn making more things possible that seemed maybe out of reach before, that are no longer really out of reach. But you have to unite this element of your energy, and we have all fire here. It's the King and the Queen of Wands. These are like the ultimate fire couple of that energy, and this is about those energies within you balancing that masculine and that feminine fire energy, which is about your life and the thrill of living your life and the things that you have going on, and is it fun, and are you enjoying it, and what do you really want to get into. Like, the opposite of a fire energy will be boredom. The opposite of a fire energy will be apathy. So this is the stuff that will bring like the breath of life and the soul of life into your life. This is stuff that you can really get behind and be about it. And fire energy is about your passion, and it's about your drive, and it's about the excitement, and it's about you loving the life that you're living. So this feels like it's associated with that. And having Four of Cups can also be a healing of places where you've been feeling apathetic, or where you haven't been feeling thrilled with things, or when things have just been like medium or okay, where you can be doing stuff now to make it better, but you're going to have to allow yourself to find the motivation, because that's also something with fire too, is that you need to be inspired, you need to be motivated, and you have to connect with things that are going to inspire and motivate you, and tap into that part of yourself that will really help you like push yourself in a productive type of way, to push yourself in a helpful way, where you can be about things, and you can be getting things done, and you can be accomplishing stuff, and you can be making things happen as well. And that it brings the color back into things in a way where it seems like it had kind of gone missing with that Four of Cups. So yeah, maybe right now you're sitting with things and you're thinking about, like, if you could wave a magic wand on certain areas of your life, like, where would you be waving that wand, and like what would the effect of that wand be? And then you go about doing those things, whatever these things are. And it feels like what this is coming down to is that there are things that you really do have in mind here, but then you can be like, well, if I do that, then what's going to happen? Because again, you're trying to control the outcome rather than just like facing what exactly is in front of you. And this is a way that you can be bypassing. You can be putting off having to do anything here. And what it's costing you is just you're like wasting time. And you can be feeling a little bit miserable at times. I'm not saying all the time, but it can be something that you're experiencing at times where it's like it can be a whole lot better than this. So you can feel like you're wasting away a little bit by not doing something about this, and being in that space where you're kind of like vibrating back and forth but not really doing anything. So it's like, don't just sit there, do something. The only reason why you wouldn't take action, it's not because you don't want to take action. It's because you're thinking too much about, if I do this, then what's going to happen over there? You cannot guarantee anything that's going to happen over there. You just have to do what you can do right now. And that's it. And that's all you're meant to be focusing on right now. All right, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting and tuning in. I was seeing 1444 on the time. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.